Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Saturday and a great weekend. Well, welcome to my June Saturday stitching, and we are going to start Swan Castle. We'll be starting right up here in this border for the sake of the video, and the color that I'm using is 890. How are we all doing? I hope you're doing well, and if you're having fun, better yet. Yeah, I thought, well, I'll just start on this border thing because, you know, it kind of goes and goes and goes and goes. So we might as well get this part done. I was going to do the half cross stitch on this background on the next border, but nah, we'll just work out here and see how that all goes. Now, before I forget, because, you know, I've been known to forget, right here, I am going to put a picture that I got from Sharon Martin, and it is a beautiful, gorgeous diamond painting, as you can see, that she completed. It is awesome, and I believe, I forget what the name of it was, but I did put it on the, it's a village picture. That's all I can remember. Something village, but it is gorgeous. Thank you, Sharon, for sharing that with us. Good job. Just beautiful, beautiful colors. Oh, well, that's awesome. I'm stitching away and going right up the same stitch that I just put in. But yeah, just beautiful job. Now, if you have any cross stitches or diamond paintings or any other craft that you're working on or that you finished or something that you're interested in, send me a picture. My email address is in the description box below, and I will add it to my Stitch With Me's. Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah, I haven't diamond painted in months. My neck has been bothering me, so, yeah. I did get some new, I don't know, it's a joint, J-O-I-N-T, joint cream, and I've forgotten the name of it, but it has bee pollen in it, or bee venom in it. Sorry, bee venom. And a friend of mine at work had some, and I tried it out, and it was like instantaneously better. So, yeah. I ordered some from Amazon, and it should be here this week. Keep your fingers crossed. You know how this goes. I did get confirmation that, remember when I got that stuff from Fan Cells? They sent me the wrong kit. It was supposed to be a 14 count in Egyptian cotton, and they have shipped it out, so look for that to be coming either this week, next. You know how the mail goes. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Hang on just a second. All right, I am back. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. But, yeah, yesterday I went to the grocery store and picked up a few things, and they had those same chicken breasts on sale, more of them, that I got for the Kung Pao chicken last week, or last weekend, I should say. And, I got some, and I boiled them all up, and I made barbecue shredded chicken sandwiches, kind of like pulled pork. So it was pulled chicken sandwiches, if you will. So I had that last night with some chips, and I'll probably be eating it for the next few days. So we'll see. I worked a little bit on, you know, the cats, let's see, I think it was called Cat and Fish. you know, singular. I've turned this around, sorry. My bad. And, just been putting in a few threads in that, but didn't work or stitch too much yesterday. Not at all. I tried to sit outside. Well, when I got back from the, what do you call it? The grocery store. Yeah, I wasn't home about 15-20 minutes. I mean, the wind started whooping for like an hour. Flat. So, sitting out was not an option. And then, later on, about 6:30, 7 o'clock, it looked like it had cooled off and the sun wasn't shining there. So, I thought, well, I'll just sit out. And nope. Got all whoopity again. I'm like, okay, must not have been the day. Oh, man, I left that one way up there. To stitch outside. So, I stitched inside for a bit. And then by the time I got ready to sit down in my rocking chair, the sun was right there at that window. So I sat on the couch and stitched. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, what's everybody else working on? I hope you're working on something that's fun and exciting. Sure is a pretty color green. It's kind of a dark forest green, if you will. I don't know how else to explain it. Can't believe I left that one. Well, we're going to just go get him while we're thinking about it. And that way I won't have to thread a needle for just one little stitch. Other than that, I watch stuff on YouTube. I watch stuff on Netflix. Just stuff I've watched before on Netflix, basically. But just kind of taking it easy. It took a hot moment to get that chicken cooked and ready, and yeah. Of course, I put some onions and red, green, and yellow peppers in there and mixed that all up when I finally got it to the barbecue stage, shall we say. Yeah, it tasted pretty good. Of course, I'll have to freeze part of it because it made a big old glob. But I didn't want to really put those chicken breasts in the freezer. I don't like freezing meat like that. I don't know. Because sometimes I'll get like pork steaks and there'll be 3 of them. Well, I can't eat all 3 of them, so I used to just fix the one I was going to eat. And usually they're pretty good size, so that'd be enough for one night plus the next day. Well, and then freeze the rest. Well, I don't know. It seems like I just don't get back to it, but if I put it in different little compartments, it's easier just to get out a little bit at a time. So that's what I'm gonna do with the chicken. So maybe a little bit later on I can have that. So we'll see. But not much going on here at all. I had my, making sure everything was up and not getting caught. Had my stork scissors out, and I was reminded of an episode, shall I say, that I saw on Caterpillar Cross Stitch here on YouTube, and they were talking about the history of the stork scissors and why they're stork shaped. I thought it was pretty awesome. So if you get time, look up stork scissors. and caterpillar cross stitch, and he tells a whole little history of how they came to be. And I thought, well, that makes sense. I know, you want me to tell you the story, if I don't know that I can tell it correctly. Back in the day, and I can't remember how far, see, I can remember bits and pieces of it. They had midwives to deliver babies. And the midwives might be there for a day, maybe 2, maybe 3, whatever. And to occupy their time while they're waiting for the baby to get ready to come, they included in their like kit, we'll call it doctor kit for lack, in their midwife kit, some embroidery so that they'd have something to work on to occupy their brain, you know, instead of just sitting there looking at walls, you know. And later on, they made these scissors to be put into the midwife kit, or whoever went to go deliver. And they made them in the shape of a stork because they were going to midwives, and the stork is associated with having babies. So that's like the crux of the whole thing. So if you want details, you're going to have to check them out. But I thought that was pretty cool. In fact, I thought those scissors dated farther back than what he was talking about. Because I think, if I can remember correctly, it was more Victorian times-ish. But I thought those scissors were in history for way longer than that. But, and if they were, and you know more than me, please comment below, because, yeah, I only get part of the story, but in my brain says that it's a full story. So, I guess it just made sense, and I skipped all the details. What can I say? But, yeah. So, I thought that was quite interesting. Been watching a lot of historical stuff, and I have this one channel that I watch on YouTube where they show historical pictures, and some of them are colored pictures. You know, they've been tinted to look like what it would really look like. And, you know, so their world was not just black and white. I know, and it's so odd to look at these pictures and go, wow, okay, maybe they did have colors, you know, for dresses and stuff. And I realized they wore black for mourning and all that kind of stuff. But, I don't know. You get a weird thing in your brain and it just gets stuck there. I know. Some days I'm just really silly. But it's really interesting seeing all these old photographs. But it's different. So I've been watching a bunch of those and looking at stuff. But and other times I look at what they're digging up in the ground as far as where buildings and stuff like that was. I believe that's Odyssey. Might be absolute history, I'm not sure. But it's just interesting. You know, funny thing is, when I was in school, I could have cared less about history. Yeah, it just bored me to tears. And now, that somebody's not shoving it down your throat and make you remember it. Yeah, no. Who knows? I think we all get weird. Dagnabbit. I missed 2 more back here, too. I'm telling you. Oh my, this is going to be so pretty when it's done. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to move it this way just a tad. There's been a lot of people in town. I'm telling you, it was a piece of work to get to town, go to the grocery store, and come home. I came back way on the way home. I couldn't take it anymore. So, just a lot of people out there. And I only went to the grocery store, so I have no idea if there was anything going on in town or anything like that. So, next weekend is Father's Day weekend, so I don't know if they have any special things going on here in town or not. We'll have to wait and see. I usually like to get my grocery shopping done and back home. Unless my daughter and I are going to go somewhere, so haven't done that in a couple weeks. I'll probably end up working on this for a little bit today. Okay, we're going to get that one right there in the middle before I forget it. I usually don't start working on the borders, but, you know, it was there and it looked fairly simple. And as you can see, it has a good run. You don't have to stop and start. So, yeah. It'll be fine. I don't know if I'll continue there or go over and work on the castle or just what I'll do. I have to guess you'll have to wait until Tuesday to see what I decided to work on. I'm not making it much progress on any of them. Just a few stitches here and a few stitches there. Doesn't want to. It's kind of long and skinny. I don't think I folded that quite long enough. So what are you working on for June theme? It's supposed to be towns, either real or imagined. So I figured the castle has other buildings and people that live in the castle walls, so I just made that up as I went along. How do you like that? But it's always fascinating to see what other people are working on. If this hadn't have showed up, I would have worked on that Fantasy Town that I got last week. Can't remember from who. Maybe GBFKE? Maybe? Maybe not. I don't remember. I very rarely remember, so that's why I write on the back of whatever I'm working on, or on the bag, as to where I got things from. Because I can forget just, like, in a day and a half. But I did like that one. It's got lots of pretty colors. Maybe we'll work on it next week. We'll see. Alright, guys. Got that about even. You dork. This needle's a little bit longer than the last one. I think it's one that came in a 14 count kit. I didn't take the needles out of its bag of this kit, but we'll see. All right. Well, we got that much done. So it wouldn't take too much to go all the way around if you wanted to. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me today for my June Saturday stitching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.